today's office, boys.
You did smack limiter.
Did I smack limiter?
I thought so.
Oh, that pop though, dude. That sounds sick. Well, at least it's not as bad as you pop it, because you're like, yeah, I just hit it and I'm like, bop, 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 and then shift.
Yeah, I kind of hold it there way too long.
Welcome back to Fire Punk day number 4. We are on 4 videos here in just 2 days. If you're a YouTuber, if you've ever created videos ever in the past, then you know how much work that is in general. But dudes, it hasn't even felt like a lot of work, because we are straight up just having an absolute blast. We have a lot of updates with 8-Ball here behind us and a lot of information to cover in today's video. We got to go over how the transmission is going to work, because we do not have a full manual valve body. That was intentional. We're actually getting some electrical updates with gauges and stuff like that I'm going to give you guys updates on. And then in today's video, we're going to hopefully make 1,000 wheel horsepower in my single cab in 8-Ball. This is going to be the first ever diesel truck out of all the diesel trucks that we've had on the channel that have actually surpassed that threshold. And now I honestly don't even feel like it's really all that much, because literally everybody here has 1,000+ horsepower trucks. There's that. I guess there's always somebody out there that's bigger, badder, and faster in a lot of ways. But hey, you know what? A goal isn't a goal unless it feels kind of like it's out of reach, right? I kind of think that's where we're at. Here's the man, the myth, the legend right here. It's gonna make it all possible in a little bit, but in the time being, we've got some changes that are happening, and right now it's all down to the wiring. So first things first, we're actually gonna end up getting rid of the glow shift gauges that you guys have been giving me shit about literally since I got this truck. They actually haven't really even been working, so they serve absolutely no purpose at all. They're gonna be getting removed, and Landon is in the process of actually installing this man right here, the man, the myth, the legend. He's been killing it. We're gonna be installing these IsoPro 2s into the truck today. So we're gonna get our pyro, which is basically an EGT gauge. We're gonna get our boost gauge that goes up to 100 PSI. Oh my God. Hopefully boost is like kind of right in this general vicinity, right about 80 pounds, if you guys can remember on the first video that we did. And then we've got our trans temp. These are the 3 essential things that we wanna absolutely ensure are... I can't talk. These are our essentials. We want to make sure that none of these ever get out of whack. Wait, you said there was a correction?
Yeah, correction. The boost gauge shouldn't stop. It should go all the way to the end of it.
Oh, just pegged.
Yeah.
You're saying we don't want to stop at 80 pounds, we just want it pegged.
Right.
Fire Punk, full send. It's basically something that happens in the same sentence. This is a man that has an 1,100 horsepower truck outside. It's 1,300? Yeah. Oh, that's your brother that has the 1,100 horsepower one.
Right.
This is a man that has a 1,300 horsepower truck outside. I'm so sorry I mixed that up.
It's too hard to get the...
4 brothers, 4,000 horsepower trucks.
Right, there you go. Damn. Well, technically, there's only 3 of the brothers that have trucks.
I'm the one that's just a slacker. I drive a $250 car.
But you get to build the race car.
Yeah, I get to play with racing.
So you're managing 2,700 horsepower.
Without spending my own money, so whatever.
Nice. Nice. You must know a guy or something.
Yeah, I know a few guys.
So we're gonna all pay a tribute to the glow shifts. I know you guys are really gonna miss these things, but unfortunately they're just not gonna suffice. Our boost gauge only goes up to 55 pounds. Fuel pressure, we're definitely not gonna pay attention to that. Trans temp is an essential, but that gauge is very broken. It serves 0 function right now. So essentially they're useless, and I mean they're not the best. So yeah, they gotta go. Plus there's this wiring nightmare that's happening right here. And yeah, we're gonna clean all that up as well.
Whoever X gets the closest when the rod hits it, they win $100.
I'll get the rattle can. I'll just hold this one big block.
Well, like we said, guys, if worst case scenario, a rod decides to kind of be a little bit lazy today, the truck's actually gonna end up staying here, and we're just gonna do something else.
You can buy a new motor every day. I got
See
one
this
upstairs.
pressure that I was talking about a little earlier? All right, guys, so we are making some changes to the TCM tuning right now, and I am going to do my best to not explain any of it. I'm gonna leave that up to the experts. So the Anteater is basically the new brain for our transmission, and then take it from there.
What we're putting in his truck is the tap shifter, the Anteater Pro. So it gives him the ability to drop it in drive, and we can program our own shift point. With the factory TCM, it really leaves us a little bit handicapped of adjusting. If you want higher shift points for the first to second, second to third, you can kind of cheat it with the throttle valve, but it's not very precise. So what we do is we run the throttle valve on the transmission at a fixed position, and then we can do all our precise shifting with the Anteater. Basically, I can go in the computer, build my shift table however I want, flash it in the truck, and it'll shift the same way every time. With a twin turbo setup, I can get the thing dialed in where it comes on boost before it shifts. I can dial the truck in correctly with the Anteater controller and get the shift points where you like it.
Because inevitably, without that Anteater, the 48 is actually a very simple transmission. Yep. It really doesn't have much programmability.
Right.
And then let's let's just say in a hypothetical scenario where I decide to upgrade my air and fuel, this is all hypothetical, and I wanted to change those shift points, but I wasn't here, could you just send them to me?
Yep, you can send
Perfect.
a tune, and you also will have access to edit them yourself.
That'd be dangerous.
Yeah, you can go in there and edit the mile per hour. It's based on mile per hour, so you can move the wide open throttle shift points from 85 miles an hour up to 100 miles an hour.
I'm super excited about that. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, you like that, dude? I figured you'd really get a kick out of that. And that brings us to the point of no manual valve body. A lot of you just wanted to see it done, but I really didn't want to do it because then I would have always had to have complete connectivity to the truck. So I have one hand on the wheel, one hand driving the truck, 1, 2, 3, 4, and constantly clicking and ratcheting through those gears. Now, when I called Levon, I basically said, look, I believe it is to my knowledge that I have to get a full manual valve body, and I'd really love to work with you because, of course, what you've proven with your shop capabilities and in the industry, etc. And he had actually said, well, Jack, do you want a full manual valve body? And that's where I said, no, but I was told that I need one. And he's like, well, let me tell you why you don't, and then I'll leave it up to you to make your decision. But with the Anteater, I inevitably have the best of both worlds. So I can simply throw it in drive and let it do its thing, or I can go on a little screen, which I'll show you guys here a little bit later in the video, and I can choose my mode. There are pre-programmable modes. I can enable or disable my overdrive, and if I want to, I can put it in full manual mode, boom, 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 and shift it as if it was a full manual valve body. Now you might be saying, well, you don't have that cool ratchet shifter. That's actually exactly what I didn't want. I wanted no part of that because it would have occupied pretty much this entire space, and then it would have defeated the purpose of putting anybody in the center. And I really didn't want to compromise my bench seat. And again, that's just me, but that's the cool part about having options.
Now it's party time.
All right, boys and girls, we've reached that point in the vlog that we have waited for months and months and months. We are getting the truck on the dyno to see if we can in fact break that monumental number that we've been literally obsessing about over the last, oh my God, I don't even know. It's like almost like a year. It literally feels like straight up a year. So the question is, will we break 1,000 wheel horsepower? Guys, this is the time. I've been so anxious for this moment, and it is finally here. So where we're gonna start is Levon is actually gonna pick right back up from our first video out here where we were basically testing the stock capability of the 48. We made 751 horsepower and over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque before that converter to horsepower torque curve. We're just kind of separating, showing that it had essentially tapped out. So we're gonna pick right back up there and then go from there. Yeah, just keep climbing up. So now is a great time to drop your comments below, boys. What are the final numbers that this thing's gonna make? In 1 gear on the dyno, I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna take a conservative guess. I'm gonna go right at 1,000 horsepower, because that's pretty much what I've been talking about. Jake, what are you saying? 1090, Levon?
I think we'll end up around 1,050.
All right, there we go, boys. Let's see what we do.
Just from the transmission.
Wow.
Exactly 100 horsepower.
So everything's doing its job applying it to the real wheels. That's what we like to see. That's a good thing. Yo, Jake.
What's up?
More power, baby. 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 More power, baby.
More power, baby.
More power, baby.
I think it's time.
So the objective is to now introduce small increments of power. If you guys can remember, it was 650, then 750 with the converter, basically just begging for dear mercy, and now we're at 850, and we're gonna start to introduce power slowly as we wanna see how the truck is adapting to the changes.
Zoom this out so you can see it on a bigger scale. But see this blue line here, this is your milliamps going to your fuel pressure regulator, your FCA. I know that these things idle around 1400 milliamps, and then as you come into the run at full throttle, now we're at 25,000 PSI, 832 milliamps. Once the milliamps gets down below 400 milliamps, pump's pretty much running wide open. So I know I still have 400 more milliamps that that pump will support. So I can keep adding fuel and the CP3 will keep up no problem.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of telltale things that you can see in a data log.
Sweet deal. Now, meanwhile, we're actually gonna make one quick change. We're removing the plug out of the fuel rail to install this 2200 bar extra G, basically fuel pressure relief valve. So that way, if there's any back surge of fuel and it spikes, it doesn't mess up injectors or anything in the fuel system. This is a $250 part, but it is a nice insurance policy for what are $4,000 injectors. So God forbid we ever run into any serious fuel surges where the fuel rail pressure spikes up to, like, let's just say 30,000, that relief valve will actually return fuel right back into the fuel system versus what we were dealing with before, where it literally just blocked it off. It could have created some very, very serious damage. So I'm glad that we got that addressed.
May cause injector damage.
Well, good to know. Always read the fine print.
I'm hoping it'll do 925 on the next hit.
All right.
We kind of want to creep up on it because you don't want to all of a sudden go make too much horsepower and have a broken rod before you even had a warning.
This broken rod theme continues to come up.
We just, yeah. Just got to make sure you're prepared.
Yeah, right. Prepared for anything, I think. I'll look at the 2020 top dyno numbers. 1607, 1544, 1351. Those shifts though, oh yeah. Holy sh**, that sounds sick, dude. 930.
936.
Oh man, I was close. I was close, dude. Hell yeah. We're making progress, boys. We're spinning them on the dyno, boys. Hell yeah. Does it feel like it's taking power pretty good? Ah, silence.
Silence. When I go 100% throttle, it's creeping the RPMs up.
Okay.
That generally tells me I'm getting some tire slip.
Yeah.
And while those tires are great tires,
Spinning on the dyno, boys.
They're soft compound,
Yep.
and so it kind of rolls the tread over and it doesn't get a full power transfer. So the dyno's a little bit tricky. It's different than the road. And with the knurling of it, that's why we have a set of dyno tires as the tread worn down. Went out and did burnouts until we were happy with it.
Oh, that probably sucked. Perks of the
It
job.
was terrible. Be kind of tempted to jack the thing up, swap our dyno tires on, make sure that we have a hold of the dyno
true.
correctly.
Yeah, let's do it. Say no more. All right, Jake, get at it.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
If I don't get an accurate reading until it makes 930 horsepower, and I think I'm safe when it's actually making 1,000, your rods are a lot closer to danger zone than you think. You go
There's
around
that reoccurring rod discussion.
and put it in four-wheel drive when it has traction, then you'll find out if it's making more power.
Okay. We're styling, boys. We're gonna make the exact same run, just with the one variable that's changed with the new tires on the back. Hopefully to reduce any slippage. We'll see if we make more power, and then we'll go from there. The whole crew is gathered. We did it, boys! We did it, boys! Yeah! Yes! There it is, boys! We are not making this up! Hell yeah!
That's the difference in the tire.
That is absurd! We were spinning that much that it was robbing literally almost 100 horsepower just by spinning on the dyno.
I could feel it right away that it had a hold of it.
Wow, dude! Yes, we did it, boys! All right, guys, so the objective is this. I gotta get on the board. I just absolutely have to. We are so close. Just gotta make 30 more horsepower right here to get us on this board because this is my claim to fame right now. All this, not so much. This one right here, that means the world. Going for gold, boys! My name's gonna look fantastic up there. me. Wow, dude. All right. Well, thank you for challenging me a little bit there. But this is where it stops. This is where it stops.
And your best interest.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. Finally, I got this man's approval. Thanks, Dad. Damn.
That's about all you want to give it.
All right, perfect. Well, I am good.
1,500 foot-pound, much past 1,600, you start spitting rods out. It's just not a good idea.
I'm gonna sleep great tonight, man. I'm glad we made it this far.
Curious, just an estimate, how much boost do you think that made? I know our map sensor.
I'd say probably 80, 85.
Casual. Thanks, man. Dude, I had a freaking blast out here, dude. Like,
good.
I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I had a good time too. It's always fun to do a project like this and see the results of the work that you put into it.
It's been awesome. There have been so many shops, you know, Diesel Works with
Yep.
getting everything installed, you coming in and kind of sealing the deal, tying the knot. I'm so excited to drive this thing, guys.
I can't wait to get you on the road.
I know, it's gonna be
like it.
awesome. You're gonna get this most ridiculous text from me, like the first time that I drive it. You know, it's gonna be just like probably all exclamation marks.
And a picture of a long set of black marks.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm sorry 420s, but RIP.
Now, if you have to stop to do a burnout, then you're not a good driver.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Rolling burnouts for days, because
That's
I
right.
can finally say I did it. Because we spun on the dyno. Casual. Just goes to show it's cool to spin on the dyno, but it's actually not that cool for what you're trying to achieve.
Let's update this list and see where that puts you.
Yes. 1114.8.
Ooh. I guess we need a little more.
No! Oh no! I'm done. I'm done.
So close.
See you, Austin.
Bye,
It's
Austin.
nice knowing you, Bass.
Look at that.
Ah, guys, I also have an update. I want to give you guys a quick look at how nice this truck is that I broke. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of story as to why. It was kind of on borrowed time. I'm just gonna leave it there. Stay tuned for that upload. Check these bad boys out. OEM Plus, my man. Nicely done, brother. Boost, EGTs, trans temp, all to match factory gauges. I know you guys are gonna miss those glow shifts. RIP. This beautiful mess came out of this truck, and no, it's all gonna be missed. And they actually all work now. Imagine that.
You can hear it's pretty much ready to party.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds real good.
Hey, look, your gauges work.
Whoa, man, I gotta like get used to looking at these things, man, because I've been so accustomed to them just serving zero purpose. Although the glow shift, you know, they look sweet. No, I'm just
Right.
kidding. Wow. Should we just click that
Yep.
back on afterwards?
Yeah.
I wanted to be like really reserved with it because I want to respect the power. I want to respect the fact that we don't have traction control. Feels good.
It goes.
Didn't make any sounds.
Feels wonderful.
Man, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
It's almost like the stack isn't all that bad because the second turbo really quiets things down.
You want to launch it?
Should we launch it? That would be a good way to see
Now,
if...
the only thing is you have to go 100% throttle
Okay.
to get your shift points right. Because a lot of people get scared, let off the pedal, and then it's short shifts.
I'm nervous.
And then it's hard. You're better off just commit. Just do a wide open throttle till like 60 mile an hour.
So
Too
where should we
crazy.
be boost-wise?
I would put it at about 15 pounds. Get there, let her rip.
Right about there?
Yep. Ooh. We don't have a front drive shaft.
No, we don't have our drive shaft on yet. So, nice.
First launch. High five.
All right, we're gonna go back to two-wheel drive, although we were already on it. I was like so prepared, dude. I was just like, oh my god, here we go, bro.
Let's see if it kicks the tires off.
Yep. A little bit of wheel hop there.
A little bit of wheel hop.
And you let out when you get wheel hop.
Yep.
You don't want to keep that going. We need traction bars.
You might need
bad.
some traction bars. Give you something to do tomorrow, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I can't believe we just tried to do a four-wheel drive launch without a front drive shaft.
The tires don't look very happy.
Think it's staying or coming?
I think it's coming.
Ah, yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. He didn't believe it. We did try to do a four-wheel drive launch.
How'd that go?
Come to find out, we spun.
Right.
Come to find out there's no front drive shaft.
Right. Joke's on me.
Bob, hello. Okay.
Four-wheel drive launch.
He's like, you might as well just do a four-wheel drive launch. And I'm like, I go into four-wheel and it's like really easy. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't think anything of it. So he's like, all right, get up to 15 pounds of boost and you'll be ready to rock. Just stay in it. And I'm like, here we go.
It didn't even move.
Here we go. And it's just like, wham! And we look at each other like,
Drive shaft did it.
the Bluetooth drive shaft didn't work out well.
No.
If it was a newer truck, it would have had the connectivity.
Yeah.
But this time it didn't work. You're
pretty dang center too, man.
I've done it a time or two.
We've done that a time or two.
Sounds real nice.
Sounds so good.
Dudes, it's kind of bittersweet. You know, Fire Punk has been awesome to deal with. I mean, I'm just gonna go on a small little rant. I don't even have to go on the rant real quick. I just want to comment on the best part of the diesel industry. You want to know what that is? It's the people that make it possible. Truly, at the end of the day, the best part about everything that we do is obviously the horsepower and the outcome and the excitement and the adrenaline, but at the forefront of all of that, it's the relationship. And I have to send a massive thank you to everybody at Fire Punk, all the brothers, the family, Levon, and everyone that makes up Fire Punk, their knowledge, their staff, and their willingness to explain, to take time, their patience with us, willingness to answer, all those things really made this 1,114 horsepower monster possible. Now, just as an FYI, we're not running that on the street because the street application is way different than a dyno application in 1 gear and 3rd gear. Truck's at right now about 950 horsepower to the wheels. It's a 10-second truck all day. And well, not right now because we don't have a front drive shaft because the U-joints on my old one were basically broken, but we have a new one coming in soon. So yeah, make your jokes about the Bluetooth drive shaft thing. Do it if you will, but it'll be a beast down the road. But that's pretty much where we're gonna wrap up this video and where we're gonna conclude our 4-part series from Fire Punk. We do have a video coming later this week on that red 5th gen, and you guys are definitely not gonna wanna miss that. It's another 1,000 horsepower truck, but it's on air. It's the sickest 5th gen, honestly, I've ever seen, and I have a 5th gen myself, so take it for what it is. But that being said, boys, we got a trailer to pack up, and we gotta get back on the road to Pennsylvania. We got about a 6-hour drive back. It's 9:30 right now. We're probably gonna hit Pittsburgh, crash there for the night, and then we're gonna head on home. So that being said, my like league, I know y'all are out there. I know you're already doing what you do best. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Guys, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff, man. If you just like diesel content, I don't know why you haven't already. I mean, I see those of you that are unsubscribed. What more do I have to do? We're doing freaking awesome things here at Diesel Trucks. I think that's all that we could all ever ask for, right? And we're having a great time. I'm grateful for every single one of you that do subscribe to the channel. Grab some entries for Dream Diesel giveaway number 10 because you only have a few more days to get entered if you want to take home a 2020 High Country Duramax and $10,000 cash. Well, boys, see you up next.